Hello, bestie. Welcome back to Living with Ease. I am sick today, but I could not miss a week of an episode with you. So here we are. So if I sound a little unlike myself, I actually love the way I sound with a raspy, sick voice. I wish I sounded like this every single day. But yeah, I'm a little bit sick, if you will.
It's very fun. And ironically, I feel like we were waiting for my voice to get better, and now your voice is bad.
I think my voice is great.
I was sick all last week, yeah.
I think I sound awesome.
Yeah, well, you're really up for things when you're sick.
Yeah.
Unlike me.
I took a nap today. You don't care about that. We have actually much more epic updates.
Yeah, we have serious updates.
Why would I talk about my nap? Nothing happened during my nap. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is update number 1. Crazy. I mean, this is just... So basically, remember how I told you about how, this was a year ago, I went on a date with Surfer Boy, and he was best friends with Skater Boy. And Skater Boy was more hotter, if you will. But he said he fell asleep right before we were supposed to go on a date. And then I was like, that's so rude. So then I went on a date with his friend instead. And Surfer Boy. And I assumed that they wouldn't find out because I just didn't think guys talked like that. But then they did. And
of course, Surfer Boy talks like that.
Yeah, of course. And Skater Boy texted me and he goes, how'd the date with my friend go? LOL. And then I never responded because, what are you supposed to say to that? Until a year later when I texted him asking if he wanted to get drinks. And he said, who is this? And I sent him a selfie per my ex-friend's recommendation. And he never responded. Yeah, we've told that whole story. Okay, anyway. So now, flash forward. Basically, Celia and I, Surfer Boy, he was not the one for me at all. Really no sense of humor, not much of a personality. But the sweetest boy in the world, just so sweet. And so it's kind of been an ongoing, he's been our Roman
Empire, if you will, is what I was going to say.
Yeah, it's been an ongoing kind of joke between the two of us. Literally everywhere I go, I'll be like, oh, that's Surfer Boy. Everywhere.
We just love to say, oh, he's so sweet.
He's the
imagine,
sweetest boy.
If only he was like Surfer Boy.
Yeah, we've literally, every single guy I meet, I'm like, oh, he's just got to be a little more like Surfer Boy. And we're always I just need to find your
version of Surfer Boy.
I wish I could just say his name, but
I know it's getting exhausting, the Surfer Boy.
So exhausting.
Because I love saying his name too.
I love saying his name. I wish I could tell you his name. I just feel like he might be what the hell.
Now that we know that he does keep tabs on me as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he really does. So anyway, just so you know, I'm not joking. Every place we go, I'll be oh, there he is, as a joke.
We probably talk about him. I don't want to say daily in case he's watching, but let's go as far as to say. I think
we talk about him daily for the past year.
I can't even describe it. It's not even him. It's just what we make him out to be.
Yes, we've made, and this is actually such a great example of making someone out to be someone else in your head. Mm-hmm. My God. So last Saturday, Celia and I went out to, what's it called? El Chucho.
Our first time going there. We absolutely loved it.
Seriously epic.
But so random. We've been having the best luck since we moved.
Yeah.
In going out circumstances. And this just shows, yet again, this was on our way in.
So basically, we walk in and I see a man with a beanie and I'm like, oh, that's Surfer Boy. Not being serious at all.
And that guy wasn't.
And it wasn't. Yeah, it literally wasn't.
But
then I'm sitting at the bar and I turn around and I'm saying to Celia, that's literally Surfer Boy. And she's like, no, it's not.
I literally didn't believe you.
Because I always say he's...
And also he doesn't live in the area.
Yeah, he lives an hour away. So I always... Yeah, it's always a joke. He was there. And so
in real life,
in the flesh. And so I told him, I was very open and honest with him about the fact that he has been our Roman Empire and we think he's the sweetest boy in the world. First of all, he never knew that his friend sent me that text. I imagined that they had a sleepover after.
He got a kick out of that.
Yeah, he really got a kick out of that. I just assumed they had a sleepover after. Because I would, if I was going on a date an hour away, I'd sleep over your house after.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Although we live in the same property now. But
so true.
Anyway, yeah, so turns out his friend sent that text behind his back, which makes Skater Boy such a weirdo. But anyway, turns out Skater Boy is also Surfer Boy's landlord, which is just a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
I'll let you unpack that yourself.
Yeah.
Just... I'll just let you unpack that yourself. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, Look, I'm almost thinking I'm going to give Surfer Boy another chance because he's like seeming to have a personality, seeming to be funny.
Say, everything you said about him, like, really lacking in that department, he was so charismatic.
Yeah, he was doing an amazing
when we were talking
job.
to him. Like, he was just
I was
so
having
himself.
so much fun talking to him.
As was I.
I actually went into the bathroom and recorded a TikTok that thankfully did not post from the TikTok gods. It was a video of me basically saying, I saw Surfer Boy again. Here, maybe I'll pull it up and play a little bit. I don't know. Well, I only might not play the whole thing because it's like long and I was drunk. But
How long?
Recording live with the best news ever. So remember that story I told you when I went on a date with this guy and then his friend messaged me and was like, how'd the date go? And I was like, I'm exiled from the skater community. The other boy was a surfer and basically I'm out, right? And it's been a year since I've seen this man and we always joke about him, me and Celia, and we're like, oh my god, he's like the perfect man for me. As like a joke, I turn around, we enter, and I'm like, oh my god, that's him. And Celia's like, no, it's not. Someone's banging on the door. It's him. He's here. He never knew his friend. Messaged me how the date go. Ever. He's sweet as ever. Professional surfer. He's here right now, guys. And he still feels the same way I feel about him.
Your smile at the end. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
She just did like the most devious, sweet, at the same time smile I've ever seen. Like just total satisfaction. That was hilarious.
The gist was I was just thrilled that I saw him and I had to go tell everyone in the bathroom and then TikTok didn't upload it, which I'm glad. Anyway, although now I'm like, I should upload that for promo this week.
So true. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you've probably already seen it. Now you can refer Callie's TikTok.
So true.
Yeah.
If I'm brave enough. So we're chatting, we're flirting. To be honest, I even told him that we've gone as far, me and Celia, to have a joke that we invite him to a housewarming and it's just him. Mm-hmm. And I told him about that joke and he was like, I'd love to come. He was so happy for me that I moved out of WeHo to the beach. And then he's basically at his friend who's visiting from Australia's birthday party. That's why he's in the area. And so he was like...
So random that we've never been to that bar.
I know.
And the fact that he was there.
And we only went to that bar because I told a bouncer that I like an artsy man. And he was like, I know just the place for you. So if you are, if you are the security guard at, what the hell's that place called?
El Chucho? Oh, mm-hmm. Gran Blanco.
Yes, at Gran Blanco. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. I see standing outside later and I go up to him and I say, hello again. And we're chatting. And then I can't really remember exactly how he broke the news, but it was shocking in the sense that I had told him that I had broken his heart as a joke. And then he told me he was about to break my heart. I remember he said that.
And then he said,
I am here with another woman, so I can't hang out tonight, but I can hang out another time.
Surfer boy, surfer
and
boy.
And by the way, he told us several times, I'm not the sweet guy you think I am. And I was like, no.
I'll never believe
Listen to a man. I mean, I still think he's so sweet.
In my head, I just can't get over the fact that he's not sweet. Like, I still think of him as sweet, sweet boy.
Yeah, me too. So then I texted him. When I texted him his name, and I said, surfer boy, surfer boy, surfer boy. He said, hi, I left you hanging last time, my bee. This is actually while I was still there.
Yeah. Didn't you walk up and he was with the girl or something?
He was with his ex-girlfriend's friend.
Oh, okay.
There were a lot of women there.
Well, the issue is also, might I add, that the woman that he's seeing was one of his best friend's sisters or something. Like
there's something deep, yeah. At the party. Really deep. I think it was the birthday boy's sister or something.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Anyway, I said, surfer boy, you just broke our hearts. I sent that at 12:03 a.m. He said, why and whose hearts, ... I said, oh, surfer boy. And he emphasized it. And then 30 minutes later, I was like, okay, no man in Southern California has a sense of humor. So I probably should let him know this is a
Elaborate.
joke. So I said, ha ha ha, genuinely though. Great to see you, surfer boy. Of course you are invited to our housewarming. And he said, perfecto. And I didn't respond. And look, we haven't spoken since. That ship has sailed. And
I wonder if we'll run into him again.
the facade's been broken for me. But of course, if I saw him out after a few drinks, I mean, he's this,
I mean, we were like the
We
happiest
just
we've been in a long time seeing him.
I just wanted to bring him home and not to hook up. Just like literally like
to be in his presence.
I actually don't think I could hook up with him because he's that sweet of a boy.
Oh, also, we didn't add in
Like-
the part about when I picked you up from the date. And
Yeah.
this was so sweet and so sad. So I picked her up from the date because we were going out to dinner. So I got an Uber and I made a stop.
And it was
where
a
she at the date.
minivan.
Yeah, it was on a minivan with the automatic doors. So Callie gets in the Uber, and then as we're like pulling away and the door's closing, I see him just standing there like waving like a
Ugh.
puppy dog with puppy dog eyes, smiling and
And
waving at us.
he just wanted to go to the movies the
And that
next
was, like,
day.
Over a year ago, obviously. But
Goodness gracious. So
what an update.
I mean, I'd feel so comfortable with him sitting in bed with the two of us recording right now.
I know. Oh, and he said like he does your bestie check-ins.
Yes, he said like he keeps up with
Oh.
the bestie check-ins and he keeps up with our morning dips.
And he even said he is a professional surfer. He was impressed by our morning dips. He said he would have to wear a wetsuit
he
that morning
did say that. He said he didn't go surfing.
because it was so cold that morning.
Yet we went in our bathing suits.
Period.
Anyway, well, actually, I still think he's sweet. Look, I still think he's sweet.
Yeah, he was on a rock in the hard place.
Rock in a hard place.
But what's the saying you always say about him? Never
Trust.
meet your
Never meet your heroes. Never meet your heroes.
point and case.
Never, ever. I mean, he was my number one hero. Like, I've never looked up to a man so much in my life. No,
Oh
it's just
my
all
gosh.
God. So anyway, and then also, can I say, by the way, like we have another theory. I'm like, what if there actually was no other girl there and he just didn't want to speak to us anymore? And by
Which
us,
kind
I
of
mean
blew my
me.
mind when you said that. But you said that you saw him talking to another girl.
In the bar that was his ex-girlfriend's friend.
How do you know all these details? It's
He
like still
told
their
me.
friends. Okay.
But now,
I really think,
I mean, I feel too uncomfortable to go there. I just can't.
yeah,
go
no, I
there.
really think what he said was true.
Yeah,
But I guess we'll never know.
I can't go there. Okay, update number 2. This was creepy as hell. You're welcome to explain what happened last night.
During our walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this was very creepy. So we've found a new walking route. When we lived in WeHo, we used to always walk the BH flats. And we found a new route. And we're getting used to it, getting familiar with it.
Yeah.
And the past few nights we had been going on one side of the neighborhood. And it's very dark on that side, which
Dark
I know
as hell.
they do so that only like people that live there like know how to get around driving and stuff, especially because it's hilly. But it's very creepy walking. And like no one, there's like, you could hear crickets. Like no one is out and about. No one is
And by the way, I
around.
got a really bad feeling the time we were there the night
The night before.
I
Mhm.
was like, we are not making 5 miles tonight. We got to go home.
Yeah, literally. So we were just kind of spooked in general, I guess. So I don't know if this is in our head or what, but it was very weird. Basically, we had just started the walk,
Yeah.
and we wanted to actually try out the other side, but we were like, oh, let's do the hills and then try out the other side of the neighborhood. So we started to walk, and like almost immediately we saw these 2 dogs, and then we realized like they kept running around the neighborhood like they weren't going home. And then we went up to the dogs and we're petting them, and they were super sweet, and we looked at their collars
Mm-hmm.
because their collars had like dog tags with an address.
But no phone number.
True. And we're very familiar with like the road, so we went and
We
like,
were familiar enough that we put the address in my maps.
yeah, but I knew like the road was 2 blocks over. I mean,
Yeah, but also, I mean, we didn't know how to go.
Yeah.
That was really trying to act like you knew the road a little bit more than we do.
no, I'm just saying we knew it was close, so we were like, they're just literally running around.
Because I also put it in my maps.
I knew it was there.
Yeah, as
Not
did I.
kidding, but I didn't know the exact
I mean,
address.
it goes all the way up, like
Got it. Okay.
4 miles.
I guess we were being hopeful. Like I was thinking literally that they're just out playing, and this is just like what their owner lets them do. Because like,
Dangerous though.
When-
Next to a very busy street, one of the busiest.
yeah, like that's kind of what people did in the olden days. That's just what I thought. I don't know. safe neighborhood. They were just doing that. That's what I assumed.
I just don't think you do that in a neighborhood next to an insanely busy road.
Yeah. No, I agree. It was very weird to the point where we went to the location because we were so nervous.
But as we were going there, we were bringing the dogs with us. And then all of a sudden, like they were walking this the whole time. And all of a sudden they go sprinting to the end of the street. And so we tried to go find them. And
it was like they had heard something.
Yeah, like it
like
was, they were just walking, and then right when we got near the street, it's like they heard something, and like someone called them, and they went sprinting towards it. And then
so we ran after them at first.
Yeah, and then when we got to the end of this dark street, no dogs in sight anymore. We don't know where the hell they went.
And we like ran, like they shouldn't have been completely disappeared. It was
just a van sitting at the end of the road, and we were like, okay, that's creepy. Well, let's just go knock on the person's door at their house and like tell them
of the address that was on their dog tag.
So we go knock on the door. It's a house that has not even been built yet. It's like still on the lot being built. This house does not like.
And I got the chills walking down because I saw there was one place under construction, and I'm like, that's gonna be it. And then of course that.
By the way, I actually felt that way. I just felt like you'd never believe me if I said that.
That's why I didn't say it out loud.
Oh really?
I said that after.
Then after you said it, I just felt like there was. This whole time it's been killing me inside because I felt that way too. But I just feel like it's too late to tell you that because you won't believe me. But I swear. No, I do,
and that's why I didn't want to say it to you because I was like, yeah, okay.
That's how much I mean.
Surroundvidas. That's crazy.
Like I knew it was gonna be that one.
Yeah, it was really. It was, you know, when you just have like a weird feeling. I don't know. It was weird.
So we did not. I mean, it could have been nothing, but that's weird as hell.
And now we walk. Well, now we've switched up our route.
Yeah,
just was creepy.
Anyway, today, I don't know. We just love talking with you about what you want to talk about.
Yeah.
So I asked you what you wanted us to talk about today, and I'm just gonna open up, and we're just gonna chat it up. Little girl talk. So let me get to the cues. First things first, and I'm gonna put like a little trigger warning before this, just for anyone who has like, we're not gonna be going into like eating disorders, but if you have ever had body image issues, maybe skip over this part. But a lot of you have messaged in the Q&A that like you're struggling with like body image and how to deal with like when you're feeling insecure in your body, and
so are we.
What a great time to bring this up because so are we. I literally like do not fit into my jeans anymore. I don't recognize my body. I don't know really what the hell happened. I'm like, I don't know if it was my anxiety medication or just, I think we just have been eating a little very unhealthy for the past few months, and all my pants are like too tight to button. I literally live in sweatpants. I like don't feel comfortable in a t-shirt or a tank top.
Also for me, it's like when I have so many other stressors going on, I can't focus on being healthy, and I always just say I'm going to give my body grace until I get through this period of stress. I feel like now it's like we're actually focusing on our health and we're getting into healthy habits, and we completely just disregarded that for months. Which that's okay. There's eras where you go through that. Bodies fluctuate. But
like, I think like I don't really have any great advice on like body image right now because I'm feeling very down in my own body, and it's like, just to be real, like literally it makes me like not want to go out. Like when we're getting ready to go out, like I don't want to go out. It makes me not want to film. I haven't been vlogging on YouTube because I feel like my face is too puffy right now. I wanted to go tan at the beach, and today by myself, although I was sick as hell. So then that was my plan before I woke up. But I literally was like, I don't want to go to the beach. Like, I've never felt this way. Like, this is the worst I've ever felt about my body, period. Yeah. So if you're feeling this way too, you're not alone. That being said, like, one thing that comforts me and helps me, and it sounds cheesy, but like it really is true. Like, your body is the least interesting thing about you, and it's just something. So true. Like, your body takes you everywhere. It's like, what do they say? It's like the vessel to your soul. But like, seriously, like, we're so much more than what we look like, and I know it feels like that so much, but also like so much of it is in your head, the way you're feeling. Like, no one else is looking at you and being like, oh my gosh, like, why isn't she wearing a sweatshirt and sweatpants or like whatever. Like, you're just so much more than what you look like, and you have so much more to offer, and it's hard to remember that sometimes, but it's just our bodies, especially like as women, fluctuate a lot, and that's just life. And I've gotten to the point where like I feel like I want to put my life on pause. I feel so uncomfortable, and that's crazy. I gotta live my life, and it's okay. And I really, getting like deep and honest, I liked my body a lot more. I felt amazing last year at this time. Like I felt like I looked better than I have in so long, but I was also literally so depressed. Like I was not eating because I was so sad and I was so anxious. And now I'm happy. And if my anxiety meds made me gain a little weight, if that's really what it is, like I would take that any day over being like depressed and unhappy, you know? So anyway, love you. And if you're struggling with that, you're not alone, because I and her, not to speak for you, but we are also both like very struggling with that much right now. And life's too short to be worried what the hell your body looks like. Like I don't want to say things. I don't want to say this like lightly, because obviously I know it can be a lot deeper than just like, oh, life's too short, like go eat whatever you want. I know it can be way deeper than that. STDs. One of my OCD obsessions is STDs, so they are my worst fear. Oh my God, same. Number one, coming from someone, I have OCD and I've had STDs, so I have a lot to say on this subject. Number one, I think I hate the stigma with STDs. Like obviously, like don't go and try to have, like I said this on TikTok the other day, that everyone was like, she's promoting like unprotected, unsafe sex, when I was like stop acting like STDs are a big deal. I'm not saying they're not a big deal, but like at the end of the day, like the stigma behind them, like I'm not going to compare it to a cold, because of course some STDs are much more serious than that, but like you get it, this like it's just from having sex with someone. Like it's not like a dirty thing, it just happens. I've had chlamydia twice, and the first time I had it was in high school, and I remember feeling, this was terrible. I was on a high school trip to Puerto Rico, and this guy was like hooking up with, and like I wanted to date him so bad. He texted me and he was like, can we talk for a second? And I was like, oh my God, he's finally gonna ask me to be his girlfriend. And I was like, sure. And then he was like, I was hooking up with so-and-so and she had chlamydia, and now so do I. So you should go get tested. And I was like, oh my God. And yeah, I had chlamydia, and I remember being like really, really embarrassed, and like I did not want to tell my mom, but she was very chill about it. Just also like made it not a big deal, and like it just wasn't a big deal. I went to the doctor, I got a pill. Like it's not like I feel like there's so much shame with STDs. I went and I got a pill, I took it, and the chlamydia was gone. And then I got chlamydia a second time in college when I hooked up with someone who I did not think was a promoter. Turned out they were. And they were cheating on their girlfriend with me, which I also did not know. And then I accused another man of giving me chlamydia because he ghosted me, and I thought that's why yeah. So I've had chlamydia twice, and it's just obviously like there's more severe STDs I have not dabbled in, but I will say like I get the OCD aspect too, because if you have OCD, I don't know if you can relate to this, but this is me every single week. Whenever I get an ingrown hair, I don't know if this ever happened to you, but me and one of my friends like go crazy over this. Whenever we shave and we have ingrown hairs, which happens all the time, like this literally makes me want to start getting wax, but I'm too scared to go get waxes. If I get an ingrown hair, I'm like, I have herpes. Like, I have herpes. No. And actually
That's a sign of herpes?
No, ingrown hairs aren't a sign of herpes, but like that's the whole point of like OCD. Like you overthink, and it looks like a bump. Yeah, it looks like a bump, and like they get swollen and red. Yeah. So me and my friend like always think we have herpes because we get ingrown hairs all the and I get like we will spiral all the time, and like I spiraled for a while that I had HIV recently, which I don't. Actually, I can't confirm that. I can't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't confirm that. I have not gotten a blood test. I have now stopped.
Remember when I went to get my blood test? Yeah. I had no reason to believe I had a cold. Yeah. And I looked up the symptoms, and that was a symptom of HIV.
Unfortunately, HIV shares very similar symptoms with the common flu.
Yeah, and I am so petrified of needles. And I remember we went to Planned Parenthood together for me to get the prick on the finger, and I almost fainted.
If you're very, very worried about STDs, just use a condom every time. Okay, one was just describing our dream man, which I've actually been meaning to do this and write it down because apparently that's what you're supposed to do to get your boyfriend. So
I made my husband list.
yeah, I need to do it. Basically, my husband list is a hot man who is a professional skater or surfer, or if they're not professional, they're very good at it, and they also ski, and they dress very street style, very sweet, like surfer boy. Basically just surfer boy, but hotter with a little bit better of a financial situation. Only because, come on, I'm working hard, and I hope that my husband is also working hard to provide a beautiful life for the two of us. You know what I mean? I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting the person you marry to be financially secure, and I would like
just
that.
like motivated.
Yeah. No
Just
offense to
saying.
surfer boy. I just want them to be hilarious and sweet and caring and kind and make me feel like safe and comfortable. I've never dated anyone who's made me feel comfortable before. Like, I've never been comfortable in a relationship. I don't know what that. I found the funny guys. I found the skater guys. I just haven't found the nice men, except for surfer boy.
Also, I feel like whenever you find nice men, not you, just like people in general, like you never actually like them.
Yeah, so true.
Like the two people that were so nice, I didn't end up liking. Like I ended up not liking them as much.
Yeah.
But the right person obviously will be nice and you'll like them.
So true. Well, what's your list?
My list is to be 100% my partner, like 100% even on things, and to make me feel, again, safe, be kind to me and everyone around me, very intelligent and motivated, which then obviously brings finances, so that I never, like, I don't want to feel stress about money with myself and them. Nantucket wedding, they have to be down for. It's one of my tops. Funny, outdoorsy, like loves life, loves to surf, ski, same thing, and like just down, like fits in with my family, treats my family as their own. I could go on and on.
Yeah,
mostly just like the biggest thing I think is kind to me and others.
And you met a very kind man 2 summers ago. We were talking about last night.
Oh yeah.
Can you just tell the story, because it's shocking?
Yeah, this is just one of those cases.
This is just
where
he's
like, not my
he
match,
was not
though.
the one. This is kind of like a surfer boy for you though, because he was like, he's got almost everything, but just not.
Just wasn't.
But
the
listen
sparks.
to, like, this is just.
I mean, this man. Yeah, he's very nice. It's kind of like an if he wanted to, he would.
Yeah.
For example, one night I was out at a bar and he was there as well. And then my friend felt really sick. So I was like, I have to bring her home. And I was like, maybe you can come over after, but I have to go. And I went home with my friend. And then I was like, also had been drinking. And by the time I was home, I was exhausted. As you know, I go to bed very early when I get home.
Every
after
single
drinking.
time when we get home, I order us food. And I always compromise too. I for example, this past weekend, I was dying for Pizza Hut. And so he was like, I don't like Pizza Hut. So I didn't get Pizza Hut. I got Papa John's for us. And then every single time we get home, she just goes into her house and then doesn't come out.
I know. I think we should know at this point, if I'm going into my house, I'm not coming out.
Yeah, it just sucks because you never say you're going to in the Uber, so then I order us food.
I know. Next time I gotta go straight to you. Anyhow. But where was I? I get home. Yes. Oh yeah. Oh, this is so sad. I got home and then I like had called him and said you should come over. And this was on Nantucket, and he was like over 10 miles down the bike path. Over 10 miles. And he biked at like 3 a.m.
Wasn't it raining?
It was raining. He fell over the handlebars of his bike within the first mile. And he said he thought it was like a test to himself. Like he was so determined. And so he kept going. And then he gets there and I wasn't answering my phone because obviously I was asleep. And he was like literally throwing pebbles at my window. And it was just me and my friend at the house at the time. Like my mom wasn't there. And so apparently he broke in through Vita's back door, and then
Vita's her dog.
My dog, yeah. And then I over her fence and then into our I guess we hadn't locked the door. It was kind of bad. But anyway, I woke up with him next to me and like cuddling me. And I was like, wow.
That
was shocking.
That is very sweet. I mean, the closest thing I've ever had happen to me like that is one time my ex-boyfriend blocked my number because he was upset with me. And then I woke up later that night to him in my closet. And then he was like, if you don't have anal sex with me, we should break up.
That's, yeah.
And we did.
If she wanted to, she would. I was willing to save the relationship. And let me tell you, it was not enjoyable, and I will not be doing that again. Did I do it again after? Yes, I tried to save 2 other relationships with that act. And after the 3rd time, I realized that's not the key to saving a relationship, especially if you don't actually enjoy doing it. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Also, that just like the end. Well, that parallel I can't even. But the main point of that whole thing is I just want someone who's all in. For me.
Same.
Like that's all I want is for them to be obsessed with me till the day I die.
Yeah.
And like never feel insecure about like if they're interested in another woman because they're just so all in. Like I never felt insecure around him because he was so all in.
I would just love to feel like, oh my gosh, today because I'm sick, a man wanted me to come over, and then I was like, I can't, I'm sick. And then he asked if I needed anything. And I know this man did not actually mean it, but it was just, I was like, oh, that's so, like, I don't even remember what it's like for a man to ask if, like, actually.
That's like, yeah.
No, I just don't remember. I, like, that is the bare minimum, but I haven't had that. With my ex-boyfriend in college, when I was sick, and we had just started dating, he was like, oh, do you need anything? And so he went and picked me up like some NyQuil, and then he Venmo requested me for it.
What?
Yeah. And also, by the way, his family is like, he is loaded. He did not need to Venmo. He was not struggling financially at all.
Yeah. I'm going to meet them very soon. Got a good feeling.
I sure hope so, because I'm so tired of being.
That's all I want is just to be the main character of their life. Like that's all I want.
Same. I just
and
can't
to be a good person.
Can't even imagine it. How to talk to guys without wanting to die from embarrassment. My thing is I just tried to prank men at bars because I don't know how to approach men any other way than prank.
Oh, this is in real life.
Oh,
is it? I'm asking.
Well, it can be either. I was talking about like in real life, like I don't know how to approach a man.
You're very good at this.
The only way I'm good at it, I've never been good at it, but I'm good at it now because I just prank them. So then it comes off as a prank. Then I can see if they, and by prank them, I mean like, I'll be like, oh, do you think I should go on this oil rigging trip? Or like I'll come up with some like outrageous scenario.
And what's your new line? It wasn't the, oh, you look so familiar. Do you work at Home Depot?
Oh, yeah.
But your other new line that was really good. Like, I hope you have a...
Oh, I'll go up to men and I'll say, can I talk to you for a moment? And then they'll like be like, yeah. And then I'll be like, I hope you have the best night ever and you just get home safe and enjoy yourself this evening. And like if they're the right man, they'll find that funny and banter. Actually, there has not been a man that has not received that line well. Like it's kind of an epic pickup line, and it's so unserious because like if it's awkward, you don't feel the vibe after, you just walk away. Because like that's something like you don't need to stand around and chat. You're just like get home safe. Because like when do we ever have to worry about men getting home? That's actually no, that's a bad stereotype. Actually, you do have to worry about everyone getting home. I want everyone to get home safe, but typically girls have a little bit more trouble getting home safe is my point. So that's like my tactic, but I don't know. I slide in men's DMs often and I never get responded to. And then I get really embarrassed. So yeah. You have any tips?
I feel like I am the type of person that will wait for someone to approach me, and I'm trying to change that, but I do get embarrassed. Simple as, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I think just smile at them, and naturally if they like you, hopefully they'll come over. And if they don't, then they're not your person.
That's what I do when I'm out and I can tell that someone probably follows me because they're looking at me. I'll smile, and then if they because like it's
tactic.
Yeah, and then they usually come over because it's really awkward when I can tell that someone like wants to say hi and then they don't, especially when I'm by myself. Yeah. So yeah, the smile and wait tactic.
Smile and wait, boys. Oh, another thing that was fun that we never ended up doing, but we were going to,
Yeah.
We wrote Valentine's to give out at the bar with our
we
numbers.
should do this.
I wish we had done something like that, but
no,
like,
it's not too late. We should do this.
so true.
I'm actually going out to make it even more fun. I'm going to order Valentine's
Yeah.
for once. Oh, by the way,
Like,
that
if
was
you're
our
just
update.
goofy-
Celia and I are sober right now.
Oh, we forgot to
Yeah.
update.
Because I was going to say we could do that this weekend, but we're sober.
Yeah, we're really like, I mean, as we started the episode, we've been feeling pretty low in just the way we're feeling all
Confidence.
around and confidence. So we're really like trying to be healthy, trying to feel good. And we realized that like, obviously it's very hard to get there when you're drinking a lot. So
Yeah.
not even a lot, just even on the weekends, like it adds up. So we're taking a little break.
Taking a 20-day break.
Mm-hmm. And then her mom is visiting.
Yeah, my mom, for some reason,
And-
her and her friend thought that was hilarious. I said on TikTok the other day that we were waiting for my mom to get here. And my mom
Yeah.
was like, that makes it sound like we're just going to... My mom can have like half a glass of wine and then she's hungover for like 3 days. So like
Yeah.
it made it sound like we were all going to be like crazy drinking. My mom barely
we just want to
drinks.
restrict ourselves. Like we want to
Yeah.
have fun if we want to have a glass of wine at dinner or something.
Yeah.
And then we'll probably go sober again until my friend comes Memorial Day weekend.
I'm not sure about that, but maybe.
I feel like we're gonna get addicted to it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I just like don't want to stop going out completely.
Yeah. One more question.
How do you stop worrying about the future? Great one, bestie. All
is
I
not
do
promised.
is worry about the future. What the hell? Like literally, that is my biggest issue in life, to the point where I do not enjoy my present life. Like right now, I'm sitting here right now, and I've talked with you about this before, but like I don't feel comfy sitting in my beautiful home because I'm like, well, everything could stop working. Everyone could stop caring about me. A brand will never want to work with me again. I will go completely broke and have to go move back across the country and move in with my parents. Yes, I have a law degree.
If that happened, it would never happen.
Yeah.
You will still forge a new future.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
never going to happen.
I know.
I'm telling you right now. But like, even if it did, you'd get to spend time with your parents.
Yeah.
I know that sounds like so, but like something, your life
Yeah.
happens how it's meant to happen.
No, I know. I agree. It's just like, yeah, I guess the point is like, you can run through all the worst case scenarios and you can sit there and try to plan for them, but
You can't control
you
it.
literally can't. Like I mean, that's what I struggle with most is you can't control anything. Like I can't control if people like me or don't like me. Like for example, like this sounds stupid, but this week's been really hard for me because my TikTok videos have been getting no views, which sounds so stupid, but like I'm literally like, holy hell, my life's over. Like I gotta start packing, move home.
Yeah.
It just like, but like you just can't like, I mean, I felt this way last year and I'm still standing, still getting brand deals. People still like me. Like it doesn't, like things that I've worried about, like just, they don't happen.
Yeah,
and
I
if-
would say only worry about the things that you can control because anything can happen.
Well, even in general though, I don't think, I've come to the point to take it further that there's no point in worrying about anything because worrying is just not productive at all. Like you worrying about something is just your brain trying to like control a situation that can't be controlled and you can't do anything about. Like you feel like you're being,
it just adds
like-
fuel and anxiety to the stress.
yeah, like I feel like I'm being proactive worrying about these things, preparing myself, but they haven't happened. They most likely won't happen. And even if they do happen, me worrying about it now, like there's no point. It's not going to do anything. So I remember, did you have Mrs. Shallot in 6th grade?
Of course.
I
Was her last name really Shallot?
think so.
That's just kind of
Oh my
me.
God. Yeah.
Wow.
I'll never forget because I've always been a worrier since I was like literally like the day I was born. And I like the fact that this hit me so hard as a 6th grader probably shows how much of a worrier I am. But I'll never forget, like this almost made me cry. It was so relieving to hear. I wish I could tell her this.
Oh,
My parents sometimes see her husband in the woods.
really?
Yeah, he
Oh.
bikes. Anyway, she was very into like meditation and stuff. Like she'd have us do like meditation walks
class,
and she'd
yeah.
go to these like retreats where you didn't speak for like 2 weeks. Like
Mhm.
she's really into that. Anyway, I remember one time she was like just telling us that like you can't control the future and the past has already happened. So you shouldn't sit in bed at night worrying about the past or the future because there's nothing you can do about either of them. You just need to sit in the present, and that's like the only way you can be happy. And I was like, wow.
Yeah, she was
But
very
it's like
profound.
it's literally true though. Like you can't, like, I'm in this moment right now and I feel all this angst about all this stuff going on around, and there's nothing like, what's that gonna do? Just make me feel pissed off?
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I want to share my Michelle story, but at the end of the day, we're just two girls.
We're just two girls.
And that's like where I find comfort is that
Yeah.
I'm in the scheme of things, like we're here for such a short time, just a blip of time, and like you might as well like, I don't know, enjoy your life, try to find happiness in small things in the day to day, I guess.
Yeah.
My Michelle story most memorable is that we walked in and someone had put a condom on the projector.
I swear to God I was there for the condom.
Well, I know I was there.
maybe
Maybe it was
I
in
just-
between classes.
Yeah.
Quite the drama.
Yeah, Danny was having sex at a young age, Danny.
Yeah, this was 6th grade and there was a condom on the projector and everyone was freaking
Was it
out.
used?
I don't
Why
think
did he
so.
put it on the projector?
To be a wise guy, obviously.
Oh,
knucklehead.
Danny. I mean, that's funny. That's bold.
I know.
You couldn't pay me to put a condom on a projector. Oh, that's weird. Last night I had a dream that I went to my bathroom and I looked on the ground and I saw a used condom wrapper. It was a yellow Trojan condom wrapper with a rip in it. And I was like, where is this from? And then in my dream, I was hooking up with someone. Well, I wasn't hooking up with someone, but I was like, I had someone over that I was going to hook up with. And then I was like, they cheated on me in my own house.
Damn.
I just remembered that.
Yeah. Terrible dream.
Anyway, anything else you want to chat about before we wrap things up?
I feel like we should just Q&A. Oh, a new
Oh gosh,
thing that
so
we
fun.
want to do. Essentially, you wrote in, what was the exact
Someone
thing?
said you should make an email for people to send confessions to and read them. Tell me if you're interested in that, because we think it's the most epic idea
So
ever.
fun. And like we could each read one at the end of each episode.
Yeah, and
they
then
can
chat
be
about it.
anonymous if you want.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
not.
I
like
think they
whatever.
probably. I feel like they
just
should be anonymous unless you're like you don't want it to be. But I think
Yeah.
like the standard
Like
should be it's
juicy
anonymous, like
things.
juicy
Oh,
as
that would be
hell
so
confessions.
fun.
And then
So
like
fun.
like in exchange, like we'll each confess something.
Oh,
for fun.
Add a little twist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like to encourage people to confess more. I don't know. I just think that'd be really fun. So I'm
love it.
gonna make an email,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Release
wonder what
it.
the email should be. Confessions with
Confessions
ease.
with ease.
Yeah.
Duh. That's
Oh my
perfect.
gosh,
Oh
that's
this
so
is Okay,
fun.
next episode we'll start that.
Yeah. So right
send in all
in.
those juicy things. Also, like, wait, are they confessions or questions?
Confessions.
Like scenarios that we give advice on, or
Confessions.
just confessions?
Confessions that we could
Okay,
just
cool.
comment on. I mean, I guess we could do advice too, but just like confessions that you want to get off your chest and maybe you want our input on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or you can even write like, "Do not comment on this confession."
Yeah.
Because you can't bear
Just
to hear
share
any
it.
commentary. You just want it to be said out loud.
Yeah.
But I think commentary is more fun.
And then we can each like give our confessions and make people. I've got a lot of humiliating confessions.
Yeah, same. Sounds like a plan.
All right. Well, love you so much. I wish we could talk all night, or all day or all morning, whatever time of the day it is you're listening to this. But I need to go to bed because I am not feeling well, even though I love the way my voice sounds. I can't, I think I'm going to I don't ever listen to the episodes because it makes me cringe, but I think
want to eat this.
I want to hear, my voice sounds epic.
We also have so many questions that we didn't answer, so we could always do more another time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like, let us know if you like this format. I just feel like it's fun because it's more just like we can chat about what you want to chat. Like, we'll still do themed ones too, but I think it's fun to chat.
Yeah. Love the chatting.
Yeah, me too.
Do you?
Yeah, let us know. Okay. We just want to make you happy.
Seriously.
Love you.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.